We are continuing with lines 187 to 193. Aeneas is going to pursue and shoot these deer that he sees. Constitit hic arcumque manu celerisque sagittas corripuit fidus quaetella gerebat acates ductores quipsos primum capitalta ferentes cornibus arboreis sternit tum vulgus et omnem miscit agens tellis ne morinter frondea turbam. Okay, we'll stop there. He constitit, he stops. And the subject is Aeneas. Okay. He stops, hic, here, in this place. And he corripuit, he grabs, or he snatches, picks up, arcum, his bow. And, okay, we got another and over here. Sorry, I'm not doing my laser. He stops here, and he snatches up his bow, and his celeres sagittas, his swift arrows. And he snatches up his bow manu, with his hand. This is an ablative of means here. With his hand, manu. And he obviously snatches up both these things with his manu. Celeres sagittas, his swift arrows. They're swift even though they're not moving yet. And Homer does that. Sometimes he calls the boats swift, even when they're not moving. Quae fidus quaetella gerebat acates. Fidus quaetella gerebat acates. This is a short relative clause here, with quae being displaced. If it was prose, it would look better to have quae, be first here, and that would be the English order. Quae would be over here. Which, and the quae are accusative. Oh, no, sorry. Quaetella. Accusative. Quaetella. What weapons? Which weapons? Meaning the arcum and the celeres sagittas. Quaetella. What weapons? Fidus acates. Fidus acates. Faithful Achates. Gerebat was wearing. So I guess his friend was with him, Achates, and he snatched the weapons from him. Achates is helping him. And Achates is called Fidus elsewhere in the poem. And he's kind of like a right-hand man with Aeneas. He's going to journey with him to go explore this new place. And he's his comrade that we see with Aeneas quite frequently. Ductores quipsos primum capita alta ferentes cornibus arboreis sternit tum vulgus. Okay, he does a couple things here. Primum, first, he sternit, he lays low, he kills. Sternit, he lays low the ductores ipsos, the leaders themselves. That refers to those three stags. And then describing these three stags, ferentes, carrying, goes with these, they're alta capita, and these are accusatives, they're high heads. And how are they high? They're high cornibus arboreis, with, let's go together, with branch-like arboreis, like arbor is tree, cornibus, horns, with branch-like horns. That's the first thing he does, is he lays these guys low. Tum vulgus, then he lays low, we got to take again, the vulgus, the crowd, the other deer. Probably not all of them, since it was herds. It's not possible to lay low all of them, but we're going to find out he lays low the three leaders, and then 4 more stags. or deer. And he misket, he mixes up omnem, the whole turban. This goes down here. The whole crowd. Agens, and this goes with Aeneas. It's a participle, present participle. Driving this whole crowd. Telis. How's he driving them? Telis, with weapons. Nemora inter frondea. And these go together. Among the frondea, leafy groves or leafy woods. Okay, so let's do that again. That got kind of long. First, he lays low the leaders themselves, carrying their high heads with their tree-like antlers. You got to put with there to make it make sense. Remember, ablative, translate by, with, or from. Sorry, that's kind of messy looking. Let me do that again. With. Not much better. Then, the second part, he lays low the crowd. Usually this is used for people, but here it's used for deer. And he mixes up the whole crowd, the whole herd, is what this means, driving them with weapons among the leafy groves. So once he starts shooting them and the leaders fall, then they all get mixed up and chaos starts happening among the herd. Nec prius abstitit, quam septingentia victor corpora fundat et numerum cum navibus aequit. Nec, and not. This is non and et put together, or non and ac put together. And he does not abstitit, stop. And priusquam, this word is sort of split up here into two words. Until. Priusquam, until. He fundat, he pours out, or he, again, lays low. He pours them out onto the ground, is what it means, as in they pours them out dead. He pours out septem ingentia corpora, 7 enormous bodies, these stags. And where does he pour them out? Pours them out humi, on the ground. And humus is the word ground, and when it's used in this form to mean on the ground, we don't say in humi, we just say fundat humi, pours out on the ground. Don't use in. It's kind of like the word domi. Sorry, that looks really bad. Kind of like the word domi. We don't say in domi, we just say domi, at home. So humi works the same way. I'm not happy with that in there. Let's try that again. In, and you don't use in with humi, okay? And he aequit, he equals the numerum. Let's do that. He equals the numerum, he equals the number, cum navibus, with the boats. In other words, there was 7 boats, and now he's killed 7 stags, or 7 deer. He equals the number of deer, you gotta put cervorum with that, with the boats. So let's just do that last part one more time. And he does not stop until he pours out on the ground 7 huge bodies. Oh, we missed that, Victor. As victor, meaning he's the winner because he killed them. As victor. And he equals the number of deer with the boats. So in here we see Aeneas is playing the part of a provider for his men. And Vergil even calls him Pater Aeneas at one point. He's kind of like a father providing, and not he doesn't call him that here, but elsewhere. And another way that Vergil is showing that Aeneas provides for the Trojans when they need it. Wale.